Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Not a good news here for United States of America and victims of the Ukrainian war, which is the Ukrainian nation and the Russian nation. This article comes from Ukraine Forum. It's from 16th of October 2022. Iran agrees to provide ballistic missiles to Russia. Done deal. And another article said, and drones. The Iranian authorities are preparing to transfer to Russia a batch of ballistic missiles which are likely to be used in the war against Ukraine / United States. This was reported by the Washington Post according to Ukraine Forum. According to US security officials and those of the allied states who agreed to speak on condition of anonymity, this is about the supply of surface-to-surface ballistic missiles such as Fateh 110 and Zolfgar, capable of hitting targets at a range of 300 kilometers to 700 kilometers respectively. You know what it means? That means that the United States could provide Ukraine with the same kind of missiles. That's going to be probably the next move. I don't even know if that's true, what these guys are claiming. That's why, like, oh, don't say it was me making this up, okay? And then the Ukrainians are going to say, see what the Iranians are doing? Then we can do the same. Please give us. And the Americans say, yeah, no, our hands were twisted. Yeah, we're going to do it too. Little by little. The Washington Post noted that on September 18th, Iran deployed to Moscow a delegation that agreed to increase the supply of Iranian weapons to Russia, including ballistic missiles. As reported earlier, in August, Russia began purchasing from Iran kamikaze drones, starting to massively employ them on the battlefield in Ukraine as early as September. According to President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine, the Russian Federation ordered some 2,400 one-way attack drones from Iran. Well, if it's from Zelensky, it must be true. He has connections with Moses. Meanwhile, Russia is facing a shortage of high-precision missiles. They just used 80 on Sunday and Monday. Remember that one? No? Okay. Having launched a significant number of them on civilian targets, blah blah blah. So let's move on. It says the Russian armed forces had 609 missiles of 1,844 it had in stock before the war. That's what they say. If that's true, right? So they're going to get missiles from Iran? Well, if you get weapons from military aid, about 16 billion from the beginning of the hostilities, and about, 18 billion from 2021 or something, I think that the Russians can purchase some missiles from whomever they want, can they? All right, because there's not military aid like Ukraine receives from their bosses, so they can die using it, defending their country, their sovereignty, that United States respects so much, like Syria's. My God. Anyway, so we'll see how good those are, and one of the reasons why these guys are asking for that, and the Iranians are eager to supply, it's also because the US-Iran love and happiness, and this would be a good opportunity for the Iranian army to test their missiles and see how they really behave in an active war. Because you can test them here and there, but then see how they are intercepted or not intercepted by the enemy's weapons, right? Air defense. So the same with the drones. I don't know how a drone really operates, but I don't know how much training you need for a drone, but and I'm assuming it's not a drone like here. You have one in the neighborhood with a joystick and that's it. I think it should be a little bit more complex than that. I don't know how much training you need, and I don't know if there are going to be Iranians helping, or the Russians learning that in 2 weekends and then be very, very effective. 2,400 drones, they're a lot, considering the fact that I think the Russians lost, I can't, like 3,000 or something in 8 months. So that's one for the long haul. But we'll see how they behave. And regarding NATO slash United States, which is NATO, they will eventually supply Ukraine, the Ukrainians, with anything they intended from the very beginning, which is tanks and airplanes. If you don't believe me, just wait for my next video, and I will show you that they're already talking about it. If you pay attention and you memorize, are able to memorize, you find a pattern of how things are done. You know, my mountain slope model of starting slow and then eventually you know, saying what you wanted to say or do what you really wanted to do from the very beginning. But in this case, they do like this. It's not the United States coming out. Let's say Ukraine says, we want airplanes, we want aircraft, we want this, we want bombers, we want, okay, you want. We don't give them, we're going to resist giving you those because it's not fair. You know, we're good, we're fair. And then you have people in mass media, maybe we should give them some, maybe they look what the Russians are doing, look, the Russians are doing that, look, and then again, the Americans, yeah, but no, it's not now. That means yes, but not now. So they gained a little bit towards that. And then again, oh, look what happens over there. And then you have this little weasels, another country saying, you know what, I think we should give them. We should give them, and I think we will give them. And the United States says, oh yeah, they want to give them. Oh, look at the other country wants to give them. Then why wouldn't we? We should, because I think it's just right. Look at them. We have to. We're followers. So in this case, the article that I'm going to have next is about Lithuania providing or saying that they will provide Ukraine with whatever eventually they have to provide with. They don't have atomic bombs, obviously, but nevertheless, here Russia can do whatever, trying to buy wherever it can from whomever. China doesn't provide Russia and with anything, then I really understand. But on the other hand, is everyone can give to Ukraine, but then the United States bars others to give to Russia. I mean, it's because the Russians, according to these guys, are the bad dudes, obviously, and they and Ukraine are the good dudes here. Whereas I don't think it's good and bad here. I think it's good and bad versus good and bad. I think that's what it is. And actually, we can pinpoint to the originators of this war, and I would not look in the east direction. I would look in the west direction to Zimbabwe, if you know what I mean, over the Atlantic Ocean. Not the original Zimbabwe, my friends, not those. The new Zimbabwe, the leaders of the big club, okay? And they had to continue their 30-year span hegemony, and they're losing it because other countries are not destroyed yet, even though this is an attempt on Russia. But I don't think it's going to go the way they think will go. It definitely is going to create a stagnation, but on the other hand, it's going to create some alliances stronger and stronger on the other side, because that will be an example. And if Russia sustains this attack and doesn't collapse, everybody else will be, well, this is us, if we dare to cross the guy, with the drunk guy with a shotgun in the parking lot. So then we stay with this guy who has a shotgun, a smaller shotgun than the other guy, but at least he can defend us. And if we come over here, the other guy with a smaller shotgun is going to come over here with his China, and we can make a double thing, a counter club, and we are safer for a while until this guy gets drunk too, or holds hands with the other one on top of us. And then we are like that. We'll see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.